and tell us that we need temples.
Yeah.
I think he was about to tell us that we need a sponsorship.
Idea. Oh, I need a sponsorship? Shit. You guys are my only friends.
I'm not good at fundraising.
All my friends are
I don't
here.
do that part of the research.
We could do a car wash.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, like,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
the white toga.
But it has to be Yanni. Everyone shows up for the car wash, they find out it's the halfling.
It's just one man in Light of Thylea.
The undead halfling.
Wait, what?
What?
I don't even know about that either. Shit.
Undead. He's not undead.
Yanni, you're dead?
I don't think so. I'm very now concerned about the thought of letting Rissa become a god first.
I said you guys could draw straws.
I mean, you guys heard Alex talk before. There's nothing preventing him from then just turning around and using his god powers on Yanni, and then she's the only goddess.
You know what? I would
undead. It's like that gray line.
Serve under Brissa. Brissa would be a great god to serve under, I guess.
Which reminds me, at some point,
just covering your ass so you don't get smoked.
Yanni has pulled. At some point in all this planning, Yanni pulls Lyra aside, or maybe just through the ring 1-to-1. But he's like, "Look, just so you know, a wish spell can undo this. So if anybody goes off the reservation, just wish away their godhood."
Wait, I could have done that this whole time?
I don't know that it works for like that. That's with the spell. If they become a god with the spell, I don't know if that would work otherwise.
On just like natural gods.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, you can test it on like, the Moon Maiden, I guess, and then if it works, we can use it on the Ghost King. But
we need a spark so that we can turn someone else into a god.
True.
Anyways, you do that, we're gonna have a fate prayer circle. After Hephaestus is done telling us about more stuff that we have to...
Oh, he already rolled over. He's talking to Leto again.
Like
I said,
Jared,
Leto was in the middle of saying before suddenly there was a solar eclipse and everything went dark for a little seconds. I'm going to hang out with the NPCs that are very powerful but are not going to interrupt you guys' very important prayer
NPCs?
circle anymore. So, you have main character energy. I do not. I will be over there now. Goodbye. And he just goes over.
That's true. I'm glad he figured that out on his own without me having to tell
him. He puts all of his thumbs up as he walks away. I can still hear you.
So many things.
To my partner.
Okay, yeah. So I think plan is someone starts Ascension. It could be either one of you. We're gonna prayer circle and figure out what that weird stuff that you were talking about actually might be. And then we'll reconvene in an hour. I mean, I don't think we're leaving or anything. We'll all still be in the same room, but we'll reconvene in dialogue.
Real before we break.
What now, Darian? Praying was your idea.
We need these beautiful NPCs. One of them has the divine artifact.
Carpathos. She's talking about Carpathos.
I thought he
I know who she's talking about.
No, he's still holding on to it.
Oh.
We kind of left him on a we'll let you know about having the god-killing weapons, and pretty sure we need his artifact to do what we want to do. So...
Okay, new plan. And I say this in the ring. Darian, Daphne, and I figure out if we can kill unkillable stuff. We kill Carpathos. We take the Caduceus. We turn one of you into a god.
Let's just ask him for it.
Yeah.
He already said he doesn't want us to be gods.
But he said he was willing to at the start. He did already say he was willing, so that we could solve this massive problem that we have of 4 giant monsters rampaging and killing everything.
Okay, well, you get to be the one to tell him that we're not giving him the cursed weapons.
Okay,
We can
fine.
tell him how to undo it, though.
Well, then let's do that. Let's tell him how to undo it. If we go crazy, and then he will have that knowledge.
Do you think he wants to die? Like, do you think he's one of those beings that's been around long enough that he just
This has
If
got deep.
anyone here wants to die, Darian.
like I just like when he was talking about the curse on Daphne's mom, he just seemed very like, I've tried everything, like I
get
can't
rid of
die.
it, yeah.
Like, what if
Honestly,
we were offering the sweet release of death?
It is
Not
a
now.
fair question. Yeah.
I think that's maybe a post, like us
Yeah,
asking for
no,
the
we-
like,
Right,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
want to die? Like, just walk up and like,
Well, not now,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like threatening now,
Okay,
but more like, hey, if you grant us these things, and we might be able to give you the
The
long sleep.
eternal sleep. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Or
will
if
volunteer
you
to give him eternal sleep.
Daphne, you can't be so excited. Like, you need to.
We also might be able, as gods, to figure out how to lift the curse.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's also true. Yeah.
And we're
Yeah,
saying this
and
all in
then-
the rain.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah,
right.
this is all in the ring. This is all in the ring.
Steven?
It's good that you said
We're just
that.
staring at each other.
Making
We're just
sure.
staring at each other while everyone's standing
I
around.
stick my
Yeah,
tongue out
that's
to mimic Yanni, just so people think that we're all doing the tongue thing now. I guess.
They're all around you are just a bunch of NPCs with like little silver exclamation marks over their heads. But other than that, you guys are having you guys are having
We don't
this
have time
good
for
side
any more
conversation.
exclamation marks.
Yeah.
We don't have
Is
time
anybody
for
else
any
seeing
more.
this, or am I high?
I'm even with my vision, I don't see that. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's
Well,
go
let's-
ask.
Yeah. Okay. Lead the way, Brissa.
Literally 5 feet that way.
I cannot talk to him, so it's gotta be.
Chris will walk the 5 feet.
It's a little bit longer. At this point, Karpathos is standing next to Narcissus as he's sitting there. As you guys are stepping up, Karpathos, with his hands behind his back, kind of turns towards you guys, and Narcissus kind of like cocks one of his legs up and looks towards you, all approaching.
Hello. I hope you don't mind if we are interrupting.
Oh, not at all. I've been wanting to speak to all of you. Karpathos kind of shoots him a look. Oh, you're not here for me. Right. So what have you decided?
I think we decided we are going to make myself and Yanni gods for right now. And, you said earlier that you would be willing so that we can solve these problems that are rampaging around. And, I would appreciate it if, we had your blessing doing so. And Yanni stated that we could also tell you how to get rid of, our godhood if ever came that time to pass that, like, he goes crazy, or I go crazy, or someone goes crazy, right? And then all at the same time, we will, if you would like, post us transforming into gods, we can try to work to remove your curse.
And how
also-
do I do that? This feels like a trick. I hope I don't seem...
It's a wish. The weakness of this spell is you can wish away the godhood.
Does that work on? He points at the Valtrixer who he'd been talking to like some 30 paces away.
I mean, I can't say. I don't know.
Have you-
All I know is we discovered that is a way to undo what this spell does, but he was given godhood through another means, so I don't know.
Interesting. I had a theory, as I've tried to use that spell to change my fate. And it did not work. Maybe there is a difference between ascension and being born of a god.
It makes sense a little bit. It's like one is in your blood and one's like transfusion almost.
He looks towards Daphne. I wonder where that leaves you. have not lost your divine blood.
Have I technically or not? Because I'm technically a fiend and I've lost all my, all my...
So what's kind of funny is, I also didn't realize how fucked up the statement is technically coming from someone who is related to Helen.
We're reciting that.
You have a choice. But you're still you, so you haven't tested it. You're no longer an Azamar, mechanically speaking. Yes.
What have I tried to do? Just cast Wish? Or... Daphne feels so disconnected from everything at the moment,
If my question is too much. Are you sure this is true, Yanni?
Yeah. It's... because we're using this spell, the spell itself can be undone with a wish, which undoes its effects.
May I inspect the scroll?
Here, see for yourself.
He begins to read and very clearly is very versed in arcane runes. Makes some notations on the side, and after a couple minutes of reading, kind of grunts to himself. You made this.
Myself and Helios, yeah.
Good work.
Thanks.
So that is a no to the weapons that would rid us of gods. Those who will not be bound by the rules of this spell.
I mean, I would say most of them are left. The only ones that are really here are going to be Kentamane, and hopefully we have a way to kill him, and then, Thylea herself, but she's, not really active, and then, the others have already left, so I would say,
He looks at the vile
at that point...
trickster. He looks at the direction of the rest of the palace up here. What of these 8?
I would say, at that point, that's why, you have me, you have Yanni, and you have us to help protect the people, and overall, the one that was crazy was Skyfather and the Sun Mother, and they're no longer here. These other ones, they seem like they're genuine, and they seem like they're kind. Me and Yanni...
Except the Ghost Lord. We're gonna kill the Ghost Lord.
Except the Ghost Lord, but, I don't think me, myself, or Yanni, seek power, glory, or immortality. I want to do it so I can protect my people. I want to do it so I can protect the world.
I intend this to be as temporary as my rulership of
not.
oh my god, my
Arisha.
brain. Aresia.
There we go.
It's been 3 weeks, yeah.
I swear to God, man. Fucking COVID did a number on my brain. Anyway.
Karpathos gives you a long look, Yanni. Glances over towards you, Brissa, and says, I almost believe you. Looking at you, Brissa. But I have heard of your exploits. I've seen the glint in your eye. I think there is a part of you that I think genuinely does enjoy the power. It's funny, it almost reminds me of the glint of the dragon's eyes when we soared above the masses of the armies that we would squash. You're probably the truest dragon rider that Thylea has ever seen. But no, I don't think that you would be so easy to give up your godhood like that. Turns towards Yanni. But you... You are the solution to this.
I think I'm part of it. I don't think I'm all of it.
I will trust you with this. And he looks down at his weapon. I will put my faith in you.
That's heavy.
Steps forward. Puts the weapon on both of his hands. Gets down on a knee.
Pretty sure that sword's longer than I am. Pretty sure that's longer than I am tall looking at that picture.
As you say that, he kind of runs his hand over it, and you see the shaft comes out. As he pulls it out and holds it there, you can see the energy just throbbing off of it. As at this point, the caduceus seems to have been separated from the blade. A staff. Beautiful. And in fact, it seems to change, reshape, and shift. You can see that the top seems to have some kind of rhomboid shape, almost like a crystal around it are folded in angelic wings, and further down the shaft you can see two snakes coiling from the tip almost all the way to the bottom.
It's like an actual caduceus. Who would have thunk?
He tells you what it does, and then he'll give it to you.
Carpathos. I know we literally all just agreed that maybe this was not the best time, like 5 minutes ago. There's a chance, a small chance that we haven't confirmed yet in our planning on getting rid of these Colossus, whatever they are, that there might be a way for us to end the life of something that normally cannot have its life ended.
Me.
And I don't mean this as a threat. This is me just posing a question. If that's something that
I see where you're going with this. As I said before, I've tried to end my curse many a time, but a while ago, maybe 2 centuries ago, I've come to embrace this life, this unlife that I was given. I have
there
a
you go.
question for
That's
you.
all you had to say.
Would you be opposed to letting me leave? I see how the times have turned. I want the best for the people of Asia, and that is why I'm giving the means to enslave all of them, I suppose, to the only man good enough to wield it for good, in my estimation. But I would like to leave. I have spent a long 5 centuries trying my hardest to do the best that I could. I had to destroy my own daughter. I had to see my line end. I see gods rule again, though at least they're not. They're not Sidon's ilk. But Lutheria is still out there. And I would like, not now, not against you, not against them, but I would really like to have the god-slaying weapons and a means to leave, to follow her, to challenge her. And if she destroys me once and for all, then I will be gone. And if I destroy her, then... well, I don't know. Maybe the emptiness will finally take my heart, instead of the constant anger. So, I have already complied. I have no interest in undoing you as gods anymore. I see how the tides have turned. Thylea is yours. Do with it what you will. But I would like to have my opportunity for revenge. Will you give me this?
Let me be the first to say I have no issue with you leaving. But surely you've been around long enough to see that giving someone who was initially opposing us weapons that drive them crazy would not be the most ideal situation.
And the real concern there is, like, when Moxena was using those things, she was irrationally and fully compelled to attack any god she saw.
Yeah, you not wanting to stop us anymore might not even matter if you touch those things.
I do not want to touch them until I have found her. And by then I will be... well, I don't know where, but hopefully very far away.
And then after, if you're successful?
I suppose I either will be able to resist the effects of the madness of these weapons, or I will be a single demi-mortal man on a rampage against all gods of the cosmos. I don't think I will last very long either way. Well, hopefully, actually, I resist it and then I can cure myself of this and then have a second chance at life, but it's a small hope that I don't like to give myself into.
Okay, Can you cast magic? I don't know everything about you. I don't know your whole deal.
I've mastered many. I've had 500 years. It's kind of an unfair hack compared to a lot of people.
Honestly, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad you've called your advantage.
Okay. Like being a
if
fate's
I-
chosen, you know, privilege.
Well, my brother had to die in order for it to happen. So,
Yeah.
if I, instead of letting you just leave with the items, if I let you into the demiplane, so that once you get to where you need to go, you can retrieve them from said demiplane, is that an acceptable offer?
So you would imprison me in the demiplane until
No.
it's time to leave?
No. If you see the demiplane, if you can cast the spell, you can go to it. That's why I asked if you could use magic. If you can cast the demiplane spell like I can, as long as you know what it looks like on the inside, you can connect to it. So I give you that information, I give you that knowledge, we leave the items in there, you leave and get to your destination, and then you retrieve the items.
How do I know that you're not going to let the Moon Maiden take it? What if she overpowers you? She is a god. She will double.
Well,
cross
she's missing an arm.
for now.
Where two of us are about to be gods here in a couple hours.
There are still 3 of them and only 2 of you.
I think the Moon Maiden's the only one who wants to destroy them right now.
We could always talk to the Moon Maiden and promise her that the weapons will not be in Thylea anymore. I think that she's mainly worried about the weapons being used on her.
Right,
Can
I think
we-
her
Starts to kinda,
fear
like,
is the
walk
same
up.
fear that we
He has
have.
his hands like inside of pockets as he's just like whistling. Ah, listen, I wouldn't really care about little old Celine right now.
Well, her name's Celeste.
No, Celine. Pretty sure it was Celine. Yeah, fuck it. She's a moon maiden anyway. Fucking who cares? Fucking chosen names, stupid. Anyway,
That's on brand that you would make fun of it and change it. That's on brand.
thanks. Somebody understands and gets my humor. Anyway, what I was saying is, she's sleeping. Like, sleeping. A long time. Kind of puts up the wineskin and kind of jiggles it and winks at Daphne.
Oh, okay. We've drugged the Moon Maiden.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
cool.
go.
Awesome.
That's-
We have
that-
helped to recover her arm. It will take time.
Just so you know, drugging people, not a good
In the
look.
middle of this apocalypse,
Especially a woman,
we've decided to
not a good
drug a
look.
goddess. That's
Whoa,
cool.
whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
fine.
whoa,
Not a
whoa,
good look,
whoa.
buddy.
This is not
Not a
like,
good look.
I'm not getting a bunch of olive oil or any, like 1,000 flasks of them, alright? This is just to kind of keep her calm
We
for a
can't
bit.
be that on
Not
topic.
interfering.
We cannot be
She-
that on topic.
She reached out to me and she was going to kill this guy.
Oh, she asked for it?
She kind of looked, no. This,
Hey, there.
no. She wanted to
Okay.
kill Carpathos. Destroy him
Well,
at the
yeah.
very least. I don't know what we can or can't do to you, but I was like, nah, that probably would just cause drama. And I didn't want to have drama right now. So I kind of put her in timeout just for a little bit. She's safe. Her arm is growing back. It's cute. It's like a little hanging off her side.
Oh, no, it's not a baby arm, is it? I
He's
thought
a
it.
baby arm.
Oh,
and he's like so
oh.
fucked up.
Oh. I kind of want to see it. Okay, no. This is not
Oh,
the
okay.
time. Not
He
the
flicks
time.
his hand, and suddenly there's like a little bit of an image of her, kind of like sleeping there with like tiny little arms sticking out the side.
You know,
Gross.
It is
right?
pretty gross looking.
I
All
think
right,
it's gonna look like-
Carpathos, you're seeing this, right? It sounds like your issue is already resolved.
My issues, all of the gods, but it's fine. I don't know if she's going to do something about it later. That's my problem, but
I'm just worried. I'm not worried about you having them. I'm worried about you accidentally even coming into contact with them while you're still here. I'm more worried about the items themselves than I am about you.
I've survived a long time. I've done a lot of things.
I'm not worried about your survival either.
You know, we could try it and then you kill me. If I lose my mind.
The whole thing was you can't die. Like, I'm so confused.
Well, that's exactly it. I would turn to dust and be resurrected. But the items would remain here.
Oh, so you do die. It's just like
Yeah,
It's
this
like
body
resurrection.
shuts. Yeah.
Ew.
Hey, but you know what? I'm just gonna say it.
I
You
don't
might not
care that
agree
you
with
broke
what we're
your elbow.
doing. No, like I know you don't like what we're doing, but we
Well-
need you in the fight that's coming. What we don't need is you being a pile of dust.
Wait, we want Carpathos to help in the fight? I thought we were just gonna let him leave.
He can leave after. This is a guy with 1,000 hands. Like, one to take care of a couple hands or at least help us is not gonna hurt. Like, we can't be throwing away. I'm sorry to call you this, buddy. An NPC just because we don't like him. Like,
What does it mean?
He just kind of goes. He puts up his hand and he goes, "It is all right. I thought that we had trust, but I think that the trust was predicated from the very beginning upon something that you wanted. You have that now. I don't believe there is anything beyond that. Am I wrong in this? Do you like me? Do you think that my views upon gods are something that you share? Do you think that Thylea hasn't played you? In your heart of hearts, can you answer any of these in the affirmative? That is what I thought. So, I will not fight.
I never said I liked you.
Of course. With that vein, I believe my usefulness to you has come to an end. I would like to just make a final deal. This is a selfish request. I have sacrificed what I had worked towards because, as I promised in Yanni, Because you seemed people that were rational, willing to talk, unlike my daughter. That is what I'm pleading with now. Let me have this last request. We can use the demi-plane. And you, I wish you the best of luck saving this cursed world.
Seems more than reasonable to me.
You already
problem
said
is-
we could use the demi-plane.
If Celine has already been in there, she'd probably be able to access it too. Right?
Yeah, it's been open, so she's seen inside it.
I mean, I guess if we send him to the tower, he could leave. You could show him the plane. We send him to the tower, and then he exits right away. And then once he's out of Thylea, he can go into the plane himself.
How
We could
do
also
we
create
think
a
this?
new one now. And that's
Yeah, that was kind of my
Celine,
thought.
Celeste, whatever her name is, doesn't know.
Yeah. It defeats the whole point of you not touching them. But sure,
Well, you moved it into that place somehow, didn't you?
we wrapped it in a cloth like idiots.
And
then I had to kill
didn't have
Argenti.
transitory properties with the cloth.
It might have. I killed Argenti.
One of
He's
us
not
might
here.
be crazy and we just don't know it yet.
I thought Yanni used his magical hand to move it.
He moved some of the stuff with
he
the
moved
magical
some of
hand,
it, yeah.
but
Yeah, some
Argenti
of
did
it
touch
was
Like
some
trying
of
to
it.
hold Argenti together, like, no, oh god.
We opened the portal under them.
Underneath them too.
and
Right,
let them
but
drop
I
it.
mean when we initially moved everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
was
did
able
that
to
with
push some
magical
stuff with the hand before it disappeared.
Okay. What if we put? Oh no, you've already opened it. I was like, if you put the demi-plane on the ceiling, so they fall, and then he created his own demi-plane on the bottom, so
well,
they
yeah,
just
he would just have to create the demi-plane underneath the atoms then, right?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
but
that
we've
would work.
already
Can you
You
demi
can,
plane
you can
inside a
attach a
demi
demi-plane to a demi-plane.
okay.
But each individual demi-plane only stays open for an hour. They do have a time limit. But yes, you can attach a demi-plane to a demi-plane.
Okay.
So you just open yours vertically. He opens it below. The items fall
Mine
through.
is
and
literally right there on the wall. It's been open this whole time.
Yanni, can you use
probably
your
have, like, 10 minutes
gauntlets
left,
to just
honestly.
like move the items again?
I mean, I can cast the spell.
Okay, we're overthinking it. New plan. Give us 5 minutes to figure out if we can even kill you. And then you can just take them.
Okay.
Kill you or cure you. Probably it's gonna be kill you, but I don't like that you're
Even
targeting
if it's
this
just
area.
temporary. Even if it's just temporary.
What if the curse persists through his death and
That's what
reconstitution?
I'm worried about.
Then that sucks for him.
I will not reconstitute on this world. I can promise you that.
Oh, right mind you can promise that, but that's fine. We need to do a mini prayer circle. Just give us 5. The demi-plane's not going anywhere.
Just let him open his
Professor just goes,
demi-plane.
Right over here. This is the corner for useless NPCs. Come here. Come
Thank
here.
you.
Brother. Come here. Gives him
Just-
the old hug.
No.
Just open your demi-plane. I will use a spell to push the stuff into your demi-plane.
Yeah, that's a simple.
We're seriously overthinking this.
It's moving it from one closet to another, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So when I cast this, like had a big closet, I just moved all my stuff into his and
Alright,
his stuff
can I
into
just
the
do that
smaller
instead?
one.
While you're doing your kumbaya?
Sure, whatever. I'm over it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, Light of Thylea, I wish you the best of luck. Yanni, I'm proud to call you a member of my line. You should have been a Dragonlord, by all rights. You should have been the ruler of Aresia. But most of all, you should have. You did deserve a family. And I'm sorry that you never had that.
I found one.
At that, he actually smiles. Like the first genuine smile that Karpathos has smiled. Good. All right, well,
Lyra just sits on the ground and puts her hands up.
he walks away towards your demiplane.
I go with him.
Second
'cause-
person I'm not allowed to kill, and I'm so mad.
Oh no, wait, sweetie, we can still kill him. This is in the ring. This is in the ring. Listen, we finished this. That's problem number 6.
If we find out we can fucking kill him,
We're gonna go
Let's
fucking
just
kill
do
him.
it. Let's
Yeah.
just do it.
He's caused so many issues.
I know. It's a guy thing. It's just
Look,
okay.
we both got a wish spell, Daphne. We can just kill him.
Yeah, it's fine. Prayer circle. Or orgy. We still don't know which one.
And then if Yanni's upset about it, we can cast modify memory on him.
It's fine. It all will work. Okay.
I may not be Darian, but I have decent ears.
You did say that
This
as a
is
ring.
all in the ring.
Oh,
This is
that's
all
true.
in the ring.
You guys should have used a closed channel.
We have a secondary fate channel.
Yeah. Good.
It's just like one what is that even called? The actual radio signal.
Oh, like one frequency.
Frequency?
over.
Yeah, one frequency
Yeah.
above our main channel.
Yeah.
You can sometimes get the static and hear what we're talking
Yeah.
about in the open channel.
But most of the time it's really inappropriate, so you've probably tuned us out. You're probably like, this
Does your
is too
boyfriend have
much.
bored?
I'm so tired of answering this question.
I mean, I'm not going to believe you till I see it. I'm just
Yeah, you're just gonna have to show us. You're just gonna have to show us.
I mean, wouldn't it only be 3? 3 times
No, we
two
said
arms?
we were like, 6 arms, 4 and 2
All right, we're gonna
Get
do
all-
the fucking prayer circle. We're fucking doing prayer circle. I'm tired of this shit.
But then only one eye, so that could have completely
No.
closed the symmetry thing.
It doesn't.
Oh.
Maybe he's got 3 butt cheeks.
3 butt
your-
cheeks.
Which means what? 2
Does
butts?
he has-
2
Yeah, I was gonna say,
anuses?
does he have multiple, like, it makes going to the bathroom
We've
really hard?
turned Hephaestus into a
Oh my
fucking
god, what does a
Lovecraftian
drinking
horror.
look like?
The important questions.
We've
What?
turned him
Seriously,
into a
somebody
monster.
design a Jenkin
Wait.
toilet for me, please.
Does he
He
have
wrecks the
3?
toilet
No, he's
paper.
got 1 eye. That's right. I was like trying to think of something he could have 3 noses. I don't know.
He's got, you know what? He's got 3 nipples.
Yes.
He's got a nubbin?
And no belly button. Okay, prayer circle.
Okay, I'm going to actually kill Carpathos, but hope he kills me beforehand.
Okay, do it after
Yeah,
the
he's
prayer
just
circle.
open mouth
And-
watching all of this. Is like, no, just kill each other. Let's just.
Yeah, you know what? I
don't-
fucking hate your guts,
I
but
don't want
like
to live
right
here
now,
anymore. I don't want
Yeah.
to live here either.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Let's
Same.
die.
yeah, let's yep.
Daphne, I'm waiting.
Yeah, come on, girl. You could be mad after the world's saved.
Daphne, if you don't put your fucking hands on our hands right now.
So what are you guys trying to do? You trying to pray
I
again?
don't even know.
We're gonna look
We're
internal.
not actually praying. We're
Oh,
praying
okay.
internal.
Yeah, we figure it's
We're
strength
looking
to get all together.
inside.
Mechanically, Fates, the 3 of you have now a one-time ability. And what you can do is channel Thylea's essentially latent power into you to slay the Colossi with it. What you see are flashing images of actual killing blows being dealt by maybe a god version of Yanni, Brissa, some of the other gods you have, fucking Leto, who knows at this point. And you guys channeling with the last strike the power of Thylea herself into it to actually vanquish the beast because it is connected to Kentimani. Severing that connection in the process, once all 3 of the Colossi are dead, Kentimani will arrive.
And so we can each only do it once, which means we each have to do it on a separate Colossus.
Correct.
Okay, so we can't kill Carpathos with it.
No, you cannot.
Well, you know what? When Thylea's back, maybe she'll give us that ability. You know.
Okay. While we're in our prayer circle, let's pretend we're still in our prayer circle in our fate channel on the rings. Which one of us is gonna get the 3rd spark?
I mean, I assumed it was you, since you're our leader. But also Daphne needs to be with her boy, so she can have ghost lords.
Lyra, if you to be the god, I mean, you have the ambrosia. But
I mean, you have the Promethean fire.
I worry that you becoming a god is going to sever connections in some way to Thylea. But if you would like to be a goddess and be the guinea pig, by all means.
I think we all should be eventually. I'm not like just one of using this.
Right.
We
I
just
mean,
don't
like
have
right
enough
away.
for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm willing to give it a shot. If you want to be the first to go, sure.
Okay, well, if it does somehow either temporarily or permanently sever our trio connection, want to be interim head fate?
Who?
You.
Why would you ask?
I mean, let's be honest. Out of the three of us, the only one here with actual leadership skills is you.
Oh,
Oh, I'm very unbothered.
okay.
She's
okay.
lashing out. She did just get broken up with like an hour ago.
Okay, you know what?
We
Great.
literally killed Moxena, and she gave the city back to her mom. So
Well, we had
Yeah,
shit.
that's
You know
true.
what? We had shit to do. Would you rather I had stayed? Like,
All right. You know what? Sure. I'll be head fate after all. I did kill your mentor.
you did kill Desdemona.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
true. I'm
so-
glad you brought that up on your own.
Yep. I figured if you weren't going to bring it up, I was going to bring it up anyways. To, you know.
Okay, deal. So I'll be guinea pig number 1.
Sure.
If it does somehow put us on separate levels to where we can't be fates, you get to be head fate until we get sparks for you two.
All right.
quick thing.
What, Darian?
We know
They're gonna
Kentamani-
realize we're not meditating soon.
Okay, Kentamani isn't coming back until we've killed all 3 Colossus. So why don't we have you be the one who uses this like killing thing on the first Colossus? So then, if your connection's severed, it's not a big deal.
I'm 99% sure, and it's only 1% because fate is so erratic, that if I go up against a Colossus right now, even if it's after it's been beaten down by everyone else, I will not survive long enough to make a killing blow.
You don't have to be the one doing the killing blow. You will imbue the killing blow, just as a thought.
Mhm.
It channels into the person doing the killing blow.
Yeah, you could be somewhere
So
else.
you just have to cling on to Bristle like a spider monkey.
Yeah. Hold on tight.
Well, we've seen what happens to
And-
Brissa when we're in fights, so I still don't know if I'll survive.
I think you're confusing Brissa with me. Brissa tends to last
Brissa
a
will be
lot
fine.
longer.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Well, Brissa will have to actually get close to the Colossus.
Yeah,
so.
that's Bristle's main.
I mean, I'll be honest. The dragon heads come to you, so you don't have to worry about getting close. They showed up real fucking close when I was there. They said, "Oh, hey, you, a mile away," and they were there. Right there. So, well, let's see. Let's make sure Yanni and Brissa survive it, you know, and then we'll see what happens. But
All right, later, Thylea.
Go team.
yeah. Oh,
What a
and
great meditation.
and the tree. The tree.
The tree.
I am not doing yoga.
It's not. What the fuck is yoga? You say all these things I've never heard of before. Okay.
Yanni, as you push the weapons over, Carpathos nods towards you and thanks.
Good luck.
To you.
I I kind of found some peace with Thylea, but she probably still deserves to go down, so yeah.
I am glad to hear you feel that way. Her mind was altered by Sidon, sure, but she was despicable before that. He just weaponized her for his own ends.
Yeah, Chelsea is traveling with her, if you didn't know that. So
Good to know.
we probably have to deal with both of them. It looks like you're just touching air. It's kind of funny. Careful, last time you moved it, the internet ended up going down in a few minutes.
God damn it. Is there anything else that you want out of Carpathos? No, you, Clancy. This is for David.
Thanks for trusting me with all this. I know that couldn't have been easy.
Same. He looks towards the hole that leads to his demi-plane.
If I ever figure out time travel, I might go back and visit you before all of this. Like, before Thylea. Maybe I can get to know who you were before you were cursed.
He reaches in a side pouch and produces first 1, then 3, then 10 tomes altogether as he neatly lays them before you. These are the histories of my family, of the Dragonlords. The Lotus Witch once sat down with me and said she wanted to inscribe our stories. I agreed, on the condition that I would have a scribe present. These are those stories. Bum, ba, bum.
God damn it.
We did Drag the Moon Maiden. This is an episode of SVU.
No.
Iced tea suddenly appears in the room.
Well, that'll be some light reading once this is all over.
You're still
It's funny,
welcome to find me. I have understood that you lot do work well with others until you don't. And this gives you the power to read over the stories at your own leisure.
I intend to give up this godhood once this is all over with, and I'm probably gonna leave too and travel and see what's out there. So
Good.
maybe I'll run into you. Hopefully you've survived whatever.
Yeah. If I can survive my endeavor, I will try to make my way back to Kryn to see what has happened to my world. It is where we come from. Maybe I see you there.
Try and make my way there. All right.
He puts his hand on
I would
his shoulder
say-
and gives it a squeeze.
I would say Godspeed, but well, neither one of us really want that.
He
So.
actually laughs. He actually laughs out loud at that one. Yeah, that is a good one. Good luck, Yanni. And
You
he
too.
cans and teleports away.
All right. So I'm back to not having any family. Good to know. Okay.
You just said that you found family. Sorry.
I'm back to not having any blood family. Good to know.
Wow. Wow. I'll remember this, Yanni.
I mean, you know.
You hear footfalls as suddenly a face approaches. Valis in her gold and white toga, looking out of breath. And her eyes kind of glance over the three of you in your prayer circle.
We're doing the tree.
No, we're not.
Yes.
We are not.
Spread the tree. Chris's worshippers will just be like flappy wings. You know, they'll have to flap their wings after
Yes, they're dragon
after they pray.
wings.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if Darian becomes a god, they're all going to be like binoculars because of her
Okay,
Oh
eyesight.
my god.
When they greet each other, they're like,
Like
Anybody
fucking Heidi
can fuck.
Klum in AGT.
what is it in Handmaid's Tale where they're like the eyes
Under
watching?
his
I
eye.
don't know. Under his eye, under
Yeah.
her eyes.
We can't be Handmaid's Tale. We
Crazy.
can't be Handmaid's
Terrible.
Tale.
We're gonna take it back. We're gonna take
That
it
will
back.
solidify that we are, in fact, the bad guys in
Make-
this story.
Make eyes great again, guys.
No. Jesus Christ.
What does that even mean? Free eye doctors for everyone.
I don't know. We don't believe in not paying for healthcare. Okay, no.
Well, that's how you
Oh
make
boy.
eyes great again. So.
We're spiraling back to political talk. This is too much.
Anyways,
Okay.
where were we? Valis
Valis.
is here. Hi, Valis. You want to be trees with us?
Valis just gives all of you guys a big hug. Catches up about what happened on Themis. Learns of the transformations that all of you have undergone. Gives you a report of the Ladon, the 100-headed dragon that is now starting to approach the city. They think that at this rate, even keeping it back, it will probably be here in a couple of days. And then, do you fill her in on the plan of becoming gods?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
It's Valis.
Like at the end, let her know about Narcissus. Like sneak that in there.
Oh, he's still in here, isn't he?
Is he? I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
sure. I feel like she'd have a react. Okay.
You point that out, and until then, she was kind of oblivious to it, frankly. She's not a god anymore. She looks over to
And she
Narcissus,
doesn't have Darian
You
levels.
hate to see it.
and he
Yeah.
kind of puts
And
up
she
his
doesn't.
hand, and she just rushes over to him, big old bear hug, and just collapses with him, just crying.
She can't freak out about this god now that she's distracted.
Yeah, now that she's
Okay.
distracted.
Yeah.
By the way, Valis, we're planning on becoming gods.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's like that what was it? The compliment sandwich.
Compliment. Yeah. Or
No,
bad.
it's
Good
just
news
like-
sandwich. Bad news sandwich.
My emotional capacity is overloaded. First, a lot of now my brother is back. You guys do whatever you want anyway.
I'd love to hear that.
That's
Well,
what I like to
telling you-
hear.
Well, things to probably do to make this a smart thing, you just tell me to shut up.
I mean, if you have ideas, go ahead. But
No,
I've already
I
made a
don't, it's
plan.
okay.
Feels like you do though.
No.
I feel bad, guys.
I don't.
You never feel anything.
Pascal just appears for 1 second. Is like, she does, but she just pretends she doesn't. That's her trick. And then he just turns into flames again.
Who asked you?
He
Coward.
reappears. Nobody, but I love to stoke the flames.
But you're supposed to be leading an army right now.
He's already gone by the time you say it.
That's also really creepy that he's just like eavesdropping on conversations, like, you know, like.
It's like the Cheshire Cat, just a smile appears over your shoulders, like, and
Did he
disappears
hear?
again.
Do you think he heard me say about the three
Terrible.
butt cheeks? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Hephaestus puts up a thumb.
That's
I-
right.
No!
Super wide toilet seat.
We're gonna have to buy a lot of toilet paper.
No, I don't have multiple butts. I was indicating that I heard that. It's kind of
okay.
funny. You could just ask me, you know.
Okay, good. Because I was internally thinking about Yanni designing a double bidet for you so we won't have to buy as much toilet paper for your double butt.
Double butt.
I
Double butt. Double butt.
He's got a
Double
double
bubble.
butt, but it's flat like
Double
a
bubble.
pancake.
Oh,
So
no.
Oh, so not double
you?
bubble.
You can't do happy
How
like
could
that.
you?
You know, we should
he's got to
probably
do more
ask.
squats.
We should probably ask one of the gods how it happened, because like we know we need all 3 of these items, but like I doubt we just like sprinkle them on people to bless them. Like,
Yanni has the spell, so Yanni knows how to do it.
Yes.
okay,
That's the recipe.
Yanni co-wrote the fucking spell.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
We don't talk about the other co-author. We don't talk about him.
Okay.
We don't talk about it when you're around. The rest of us kind of liked it.
What is there to talk about? Okay, never mind.
Making eggs.
No, Sila, we talked about this.
At least he doesn't just fucking show up over your shoulder when you're talking about other stuff.
Yeah, you know. Hey, at least yours is still fighting for you. Know what? Who's going to become a god first? Who's doing it?
Prisvil's like a Yanni. It doesn't matter to me. Either you or me first.
Well, what did G3 decide?
We really didn't. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like we know
we've got
you
at
two.
least 2 more hours to figure it out. It'll probably
Alright.
be me, but now we're thinking about whether or not it should happen. Because what if it makes me not be able to do the little fatal blow thing? Also, we can only use it against the Colossus monsters. We can't even use it against Carpathos. It's a one and done thing.
Oh,
But when all 3 of them are gone, that's when Handsy Boy shows up.
So, I mean, we could just do it after the first one, right? To kill the
Is that-
multi-headed
Is that
dragon.
another name for a beast? Sorry, Brissa. Oh, no, that was...
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, no, no.
that does
no.
bring up a point, though. If
No,
if
no,
Daphne
Kentamane has more hands than
I
like
know.
Daffy went gaga for the first guy that showed up with 6 arms. What's she gonna do when a dude with like 100 shows up?
Are you saying that I?
Is it a hand fetish? Oh my god.
Oh my
That
god,
is a thing.
I've heard of
That is
people
a
like that.
thing.
It's rarer than feet people, but maybe.
But it
yeah.
has to be Sarah J. Maas, right? It has to be like big, meaty hands that are callous. That are callous.
Yeah, nobody
No,
wants
no,
them
no,
weak
no. You're out of the loop. We don't care about meaty calloused hands anymore.
Oh.
We care about vascular hands. That's what we
Vascular.
care
That's the new
about.
thing? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry,
Maybe,
but
huh?
Kentamani is going to be such a hard throb.
Oh,
We care about the veins and the rings. They gotta wear a lot of rings.
Stream, this
Uh,
is just between you and I. The only reason I'm not leaving right now is because of the stream. I would be out. It is almost midnight. I'd be out. I'd be out.
That's true. That is true. Appreciate you, Clancy.
Yeah, we only care about vasculature now. That's it.
mhm.
Hey,
Yeah. So we might have to do the whole like Lyra becomes a god after she's used her power one time, and then Daphne becomes a god after she uses her power, and then I'll use my power, and I won't be a god because that's when Kentamani shows up.
That also begs the question. I know we were gonna turn you two into gods now because we were planning on going to the Ghost Lord. Are we still gonna do that first, or
Yeah,
is
we
it
have-
now Colossus first?
Makes
We need to
Well,
go
they-
to the Ghost Lord. There is
I-
something he could do to make shit worse if
So-
we
He's
did
like
that.
building an army
So-
of like stuff.
so logic dictates.
I'm still drunk. I've been drinking the Hybrosia this whole time.
Logic
Girl, if you're
dictates
gonna
that
keep bringing me
that Thylea put this power into you for her purposes.
Mhm.
Right.
And
we can only
therefore-
use it on the.
Turning you into a god is not going to get rid of it. Because she also put that plan into motion. So I don't think there's much risk of us losing that power if we go in and do this.
I trust the smart one.
Yeah, honestly, you're probably the person I trust the most in situations like this, Yanni. And if you think it's a good idea, then I'm okay.
And I mean, if I'm wrong, well, there is a way to undo the spell.
You're right. I didn't even think about. See, this is why we have to ask you, Yanni. You're the only one who thinks about stuff like this.
Alright, so we turning Yanni into a god first? Brissa? Which one?
I mean,
I'll be last. I'm okay with you
Well,
guys
yeah.
going first.
I'll be completely straight with you guys. I'm still not sure it's a good idea for me to go down that path. I could turn all 4 of you into gods by the time we're done here, and I'd still be fine.
And you would still be able to get rid of it if you wanted to.
I mean, I don't really have that ability, but
Oh, I thought you did. I didn't realize you couldn't do that.
you're the one that stole it, not me.
Right, but I figured you probably just learned it in one of your books.
No, you'd be amazed how rare it is. Haven't been able to find it.
Well, Yanni, if you don't know if you want to be a god right now, if you're still on the fence, then why don't we start with Brissa? Because Brissa, you're pretty ready to go, right?
I am ready to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to. I'm thinking you have to be in the tree pose the whole time. That's how she.
I
I will.
Wait,
I
are
will.
we
Not
talking-
the
are we
whole
talking
hour.
Are we
You
talking
gotta-
the prayer tree pose or the
Not
yoga
harder
tree
than-
pose?
Ah,
Because I'm
Just-
confused now.
no, it's just prayer. It's just.
I think it's up for interpretation as long as it is the silhouette of a tree.
I read some
Oh.
about this yoga stuff, and it definitely mentioned a tree pose.
Oh, so now we know yoga.
Yanni read about it. Now I know it's real.
We thought you were just making it up at first.
No, it came from some place called Indiana, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that sounds awful. I don't
Is
think they do
there-
yoga there. They just do math.
Is there anything you need us to do? Like, or are we just watching?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is there anything we should
Just
do in
watch.
preparation? Or...
Okay.
No, not really. It's
The vile trickster snaps his fingers, and there are these really nice love seeds that suddenly just appear all around. But they're spaced
Oh
out.
my
equally
God.
Oh,
spaced.
I knew I
Okay.
liked him.
What?
that seems more like a moon maiden trick, but nice.
No,
Well,
when
she's
it comes to
currently
watching,
under the
listen,
influence.
I'm a good participant.
You're a watcher. Okay.
That
He
checks out.
lounges
That
across
checks
a
The
out.
whole-
vile
shit.
voyeur. Got it. Vile voyeur.
Did want to watch me.
The voyeur
Yeah.
trickster. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
To be fair, I think most people think of voyeurism as more vile than being tricksy. So, anyway, neither here nor there. All right, I guess let's.
I'm trying to think of
Let's
other things.
do this?
Peeping Pan.
that's
Is
fucking
that good?
dope.
Do we like Peeping Pan?
I guess.
Is that good?
Alright.
I don't have the spell on my character sheet. I don't really need it. I'll just click
No.
off my 9th level
You
spell
just do
slot.
the thing. Yanni, you're one of the co-authors of the spell. Tell me how you make this hour-long ceremony work.
Sorry, I was just the first thought in my head was hour-long slam poetry.
No, not me. Not me. Desperately wanted him to play Hoa 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 for the whole hour.
Well, I mean, so according to the way the spell's written, it says I have to remain in contact with the target. So,
Sure.
Oh my god, we really are just watching.
Oh my god. Prayer
God,
circle.
Oh,
I just
yes,
like
it's just
Brissa didn't even invite a caster to come watch. Everyone else gets to watch, but a caster did get an invitation.
Oh,
to
do you
watch.
want me to run and would you like your husband here for this?
does he even
Sure.
know that you're gonna
Yeah.
be a god?
I didn't tell him. It's fine.
I've been in more failed relationships than successful ones, but like,
You can let him know, and if he wants to come, it's up to him. If he doesn't come, then I'll remember it for the next 10 years.
Brissa will remember this.
Honestly, now that my relationship has fallen apart, I keep forgetting that you guys were in one too.
I mean, one of your relationships has fallen apart. You've still got like 37 other ones.
I'm gonna get a Custis now. Oh, this nurses, do you want to join?
No, I want to watch this whole thing.
Shook, but incredibly giddy and excited that this is happening. He, of course, immediately inquires if he could also maybe be a god, kind of like, round off the god couple, power couple kind of thing.
I think that's a conversation to have with your wife.
Yeah, you guys shut him down as you usually do, and he kind of goes okay, and then starts watching as Yanni continues to touch Brissa for the next hour. What does that look like?
Hell yeah. I'm glad we brought your husband here to watch this.
Phrasing, David. Phrasing.
I stutter.
Is it just one spot, or are you having to move around?
Do you have to like?
Yeah. Like every spot, it's like
Yeah.
The divinity
it's like every spot
around
you're
her.
turning
Oh
it
my
into
God,
divine.
You just massage that.
Do you have
divinity
to
in.
touch every
Now,
part
okay,
of
so
her
here's how
body?
it works. Here's how it works. Brissa
It's like
has to be. She could sit in a chair, except I'm not tall enough, so she's gonna have to sit on the ground, and I stand behind her and just kind of almost create a halo with my hands around her head, and that's how I remain in contact. Is like, and then it's just like quiet chanting, and I'm told the chanting has to be hola 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 hola.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a reverse Achilles. Okay.
That's what they'll call that position for centuries to come.
I guess. I'm sorry, Brissa. I know this is personal, but you don't want any weak spots, right?
Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't that just be regular Achilles? 'Cause
Go for
his
it.
whole thing is that it didn't get touched when he
Well, it's
got
because
put in the
it was the touched spot that he was vulnerable in because she grabbed him by the ankle, right? Or like the.
Oh, I see,
the
I
Oh,
see, I
I
see,
see.
I see. Yes, 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 yes.
So yeah, it's.
We're
just,
not talking about the other half Nelson. This is a full partial reverse Achilles.
This spell chant slaps, guys.
Yanni just chokes you out, and that's how you become a god.
Okay, I need you to cooperate with me. My arms aren't long enough to do this the right way.
Did you want me to like help you a little bit?
Level 20 plus ascension to godhood looks like.
Divinity is just cutting off the oxygen to your brain.
There might be a valid argument hidden in there.
Alrighty. There are some rules to the spell.
Do we have to dance?
With the 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh, right.
That's right. This costs money.
Right. If he could bring 30, actually, so we don't have to make multiple trips. I'm sure Daphne would be smart enough to ask for that.
He complains.
40
but
for
gets a
when we
look.
pick up the other.
It's like the look that your wife gives you when you're like, but we already went to Target, and then you just get like a withering look. It's kind of like that one. As you guys start casting the spell, oh no, look at all the. As you guys are casting the spell, Brissa, which greater god are you trying to appease to grant you the status of a lesser god?
I think she will beseech Paladine.
All right. Having many times heard of the god of the Dragonlords, that they once worshipped, a draconic god in his own right from the faraway world of Kryn that you've now heard so much about. What do you, in your tree pose, what do you attempt to say to Paladine?
All right. She will just reach out and she'll be like, Paladine, I pray before you. I have witnessed the cruelty of evil and felt the sharp sting of loss and the love of my family and my people. Through these trials, I've learned not only the strength to endure, but the will to protect my people. So I ask for the strength to stand between the innocent and harm, and to shield them from future harm, and to lift the fallen, and to be a hope for my people.
And then, Elena, roll me a D100. No, I'm just kidding. Brissa, go ahead and roll me a
Absolutely not.
D1. This is how Elena will never ascend to godhood. She just refuses to roll a D100.
Oh my god, wow, it's a D100? I don't need to be a god. It's fine.
Alex, go ahead and please roll me a D100 if you would.
30. I don't know if that's good or bad. Hopefully it's good.
As long as it's not a divine intervention, you're fine.
You watch. That's it. You watch. And after that hour of watching, suddenly, Yanni pulls back. And you kind of look down at your formula and you kind of scratch your head looking at Brissa. Something should have happened. You completed the incantation. You made contact for an hour straight.
Is something supposed to happen?
The words that no man wants to hear after an hour.
Did it like take the spark, or do we have to do it again?
Who did you pray to?
I don't
Paladine?
think.
Do you think he
You
can
did
hear?
you did the tree for Paladine. You're supposed to do the wings for the dragon, Brissa.
Do you think he can even hear you? Because of Kentamane cutting the connection still?
I thought we could hear.
What you have seen is Tiamat reaching through Glacius. So you know
True.
that
Yeah, so
some greater gods might be able to pierce this veil.
yeah, that's what she
just
did
pray
it.
them to
Yeah.
Tiamat.
Yeah, that's what
That's
that
a good idea. We saw what that did.
Yeah, that's it.
I would wager. I don't think Paladine knows you well enough to trust you with it.
As you say
That would be my guess.
you see Narcissus and Valis standing slack-jawed, looking at Brissa.
Oh, right.
Their eyes are shining pools of silver. Narcissus and Valis turn towards one another, closing their mouths in the process. Their hands both lift at the same time as they build a cup out of their forehands. Within that cup, suddenly there is a green flash. As you can see, Yanni's ley line tattoos spark with the same light. You walk forward, Yanni, almost against your own volition. And as your hands are placed above that, suddenly there's just a spark of light. As within it, you suddenly then hold what looks like a silver flame the size of your torso. Your head turns
I spoke too soon.
towards Brissa. You feel the power of the three artifacts coursing through you. Keeping a stable connection, you realize that your mere mortal hands should be annihilated, touching the spark of a god. But you, Yanni, found a way to bind divinity to a spell. You step forward. As you hand the flame to Brissa. Brissa, your hands cup Yanni's for a moment. And your eyes lock. Years you two spent together, fighting against the gods, traveling over thousands of miles, traveling from the Nether Sea to the highest spire of Sidemoon's tower. As you're immolated by the silver flame, you are no longer standing upon the peak of Mount Vulcan, but in a natural cave, waters rushing by. You look at your much younger hands, uncalloused, You see that there are only 5 fingers on each hand. And in fact, as you kind of feel, you don't feel the belt of Jenkins' strength or any of your gear. It's just your simple toga that you had when you first found the broken blade of a Dragonlord within this cave by the bones of a dragon so very long ago. Except the bones are a magnificent, silvery shining dragon, but the glint from this metal of scales you have seen 1,000 times before, handled it practically every day that you have been queen. This is not silver. This is platinum. Hello.
Oh.
The dragon speaks to you. You see its head kind of bowing down a little bit away from the cave. You prayed to me.
I did. I sought your aid.
May I see your heart, your mind?
She will nod at him and, move closer towards him.
A gentle, massive hand unfurls, beckoning for you to sit upon. The dragon closes its eyes as you do, and you can gently feel as your entire life is laid before this dragon. You see moments that you have no recollection of. The moment of your birth, the first time you scraped your knee trying to learn to walk. You remember the first time picking up a glaive, mastering the art of pole arms. The first time you swore an oath. The addictive rush of being able to bind someone to their words. Everything from ascending to queen to losing the dragons of the city of Mitros, to dying and being reborn, to drinking Helios' potion that turned you into almost more dragon than nymph. To this very moment. And then beyond. As your soul travels into the uncertainty of futures ahead. What do we see, Alex? What are Brissa's possible futures in becoming a god?
I think there's one where she just spends it with her family, right? And she just, each generation, she's just always there. In the sidelines, maybe sometimes she'll make herself known, but she's just always there, helping them out, right? And you're just kind of being like, oh no, you should just, go study this, right? Where if there's a bully, that's, bullying them, she'll, make sure that they don't get bullied anymore. And, it's kind of in the sidelines, influencing events. I think there's one where she just reigns over Mitros, forever, just helping the city prosper, making it grow, making the people happy, and looking out for the citizens of Mitros and anyone who comes to be there. Those are the main ones that branches out to. She's still kind of undecided if how she wants that to play out.
Suddenly, a man with deep bronze skin, golden hair, and a little bit of a walking staff at his side stands beside you, looking across these. It's almost like a panoramic picture, except every 20 degrees of your view field changes into one of the other futures before you. The man turns towards you, and you see the golden irises kind of looking at you as he says, "We, us dragons, we are transplants in this land. And you You are a bridge between the cultures, between the people. Your past, your very blood comes from the land upon which we walk, upon this goddess, dead and violated by the man that she trusted and loved. Your cause is one of good, your past, an ocean of blood. What makes you
Yes.
think that we dragons deserve to be here? Maybe we should leave this land to the people that rightfully call it home.
I think that there's many people that already call this place home. That they, came and transplanted here, and they have lived here for ages. And I think, they have rights to call this their home as well. And I think overall, a home is where you want to make it. And as long as you take care of your home and ensure that you do good, that is where it is fine. As long as you're not violent with your home.
So you're willing to do what Valos, I like that version of her name, attempted for 500 years. Do you think you will be more successful than her?
It's more successful. I'm not going to lie. I will probably make mistakes. I have made mistakes in the past. I have always tried to do things for the greater good, and I, always wanted for my people, my family, my friends, Lyra, everyone to be happy. But am I going to do better than her? I don't know, but hopefully she's not going anywhere anytime soon, and so hopefully I can rely on her, rely on everyone to help me make the better decisions that, I should have made previously.
These are words of wisdom. I have not given this power, this ascension before. This friend of yours, this Yanni, he's a magnificent mortal.
He is very scary in the magic. It is pretty crazy, some of the stuff he can do. Like, I don't understand like 99.9% of it, but it is, and it is awesome. But yes, he is very kind as well, and he is good.
And I trust him as much as I trust you to make a call. Should your godhood turn into a weapon. I had the Dragon Riders swear oaths to their dragons on Kryn to defeat my sister, Takisis, Tiamat. But suddenly there seems to be kind of blue energy in the sky up above. And suddenly you hear what sounds like a pleasant but high-pitched voice belonging to maybe some kind of a draconic creature, like maybe a kobold.
Oh, what?
I
Hey!
mean,
Oh, wait, is it me? Hey! It's time for our tea date. Are you free? Let's go! I have to meet Flavius after we're done. Bye!
One of my high priestesses. You will get very used to divine interventions consistently, ad nauseum. They will never stop. But she's a pretty good one. I had to ignore her a lot for her to grow into the priestess that she is today, but it paid out for the best. It's a good lesson for when you will be a god.
Ignoring them is a good lesson. I would feel like they would like.
Letting them fight some of their own battles is probably the best way to put it.
Okay, so not ignoring them, but like letting them fight their own battles. Like, that one makes sense. Like you learn from your experiences in
I
fights.
can feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could like give them a sign, like right, like like.
Oh, I did
like,
plenty of signs.
okay.
No, you know how oftentimes mortals want very direct. Oh, you don't. You mortals oftentimes are very direct signs, like give me a sword that can kill a god, or that kind of stuff. You'll figure it out. It's an art, godding,
Okay. Sort of like left like a tray of platinum coins or something like that. And it's like, oh, okay, that's just totally a sign to go to. Like
something. I mean, it doesn't have to be so materialistic. I mean, at least not my persuasion of it.
it was more like because you have platinum. I can. I'll try it after.
Yes. I guess the only thing that I will ask in return is that you do. You will be so far removed, but you will be one of my foremost paladins. Do you swear an oath of peace to protect Thylea?
I will use my power to protect Thylea. Yes, I will.
Its people.
Not use it in anger or retribution or revenge.
Then go with my blessing. We come into the present moment again. As you guys watch as Brissa just catches on fire, Valis and Narcissus both kind of like staggering back from the flame, looking at each other. What's happened? As the fire grows in size. All of you, Yanni, you especially included, are backing up. The flame feels warm, but not burning. It is bright, but not blinding. And the fire grows and grows and grows in size. Until it is maybe even larger than Vulcan, than Helios. But what you see when the flames recede is a beautiful, shining, feminine dragon.
That's a Taylor Swift dragon.
It's true. Your blue orbs open upon your friends as the entire, soiree around you is standing with slack-jawed mouths. Brissa, you know innately that if you want to, you can change back to Taylor Swift. Sorry, I mean Brissa, at any time into a humanoid form. But as you look down upon yourself in this changed version of you, what's going through your head?
I think she really just wants to like take off in the sky with Scylla and just like fly around a little bit, but she's like resisting the urge at the same time. And I think she's like looking at herself, being like, this. It feels weird, right? Because I mean, before she only had like, she was bipedal and small and everything, so it feels a little weird. So she's just like feeling it, and like she's like shifting and be like, this feels weird, right? Yeah. So she's just like kind of like, okay. Oh, that I have a tail,
It's like when you went from 5 digits to 6 digits, and now you have technically 7 limbs.
So yeah, you can tell she's like, she has like a really big smile on her face though, and then she'll just look towards Yanni and be like, I do think it worked in the end. It just took a second, but thank you, Yanni.
You're welcome. That was bizarre. How do you feel? Mostly mentally.
Yeah, I feel great actually. Yeah, I feel wonderful. I feel like I can recall a lot more about my past, right? You know, like it's like I feel like twice as smart. It's it is good. Yeah.
No bordering on uncontrollable urges to smite mortals.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I could smite down some food right now, but that's about it.
Oh. So,
Turning into a god makes you hungry.
oh, my
Oh, don't worry.
lord.
With you, it'll probably make you something else that starts with an H.
I don't know if it's just like because I'm bigger, right? And like maybe like in the bigger form, like I'm like starving, but I do feel pretty hungry right now.
I mean,
Wait, are we all gonna be like different colored dragons after this? Like, is that
Oh,
what's
Is
gonna
it
happen?
is it bad that if that's what happens, I kind of don't want it anymore?
I don't think
and
that's the
Narcissus,
case.
by the way, are on their knees.
Remember,
Oh.
she prayed to a dragon god for godhood. So
Oh,
I did
right.
I did pray to Paladine, and he was really nice actually. He was wonderful.
What if she turns us into trees?
I heard he's not a huge fan of little blue kobolds.
What?
Shut up.
I mean, I heard that there was a kobold that was like a priestess of his, and he said he ignored her. Like that was really rude.
Don't do
But,
that.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't plan on ignoring any priestesses that might be there.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this works. I close my eyes and I internally pray to Brissa.
Oh my god, let's all do it at the same time and fucking make our head explode.
You-
Brissa.
I-
Dear Brissa,
Can you hear me? Is this coming through? I
thank
pray
you for this food. Amen.
Oh my god.
Do I hear their prayers?
Yeah, it's like a weird double
Wild.
thing. As Hephaestus
Oh.
just turns towards you and goes, "He's fucking annoying, right?"
Oh my god, this is gonna be great.
I mean, it's like a free one-way message, so that's kind of great
Yeah.
in that regard, right? You know,
That's amazing. We could
yes,
coordinate.
we could do that with the ring, but yeah, over longer
Oh.
distances, yeah.
You know, you're right. You're right.
I just
We
feel like
could
we'll be
already do
further
that.
apart. Yeah, you're
Right.
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 It says, yeah.
Oh,
It'll
I wonder
work
if
further
prayer
away.
is interplanar.
Well, it had to be. You talked to
Lyra
her.
has a nosebleed.
You're too
I mean, I mean, in theory, it should be because I prayed to Bahamut, and he's not out of his. I mean, he was in a cave that is here, so it's kind of he's. Yeah, I don't know if he actually.
You're
is
pretty
here
sure
or
you
not now.
I guess-
were walking in his memories.
Oh, okay.
I guess technically Mitros is on a different plane.
But you guys went there,
But we went there. Yeah.
and she will look towards Balisodon and be like, "You don't have to bow, please don't. That's. And I don't want to be
You
that
are-
type of.
You are blessed by Palatine. And she's just crying happy tears. There's like a big smile on her face. He did not forsake us. I prayed to him for 500 years. He did not forsake us.
Lots of pressure all at once.
Oof.
Ooh.
He did not. He did not.
He's ignoring you. That's what he said he does.
He did say he does that, so it's
does
they're like
that.
trials of your own.
We can't
so.
do this. We can't do this to Paladine.
That's the
We
thing where
can't
he
do
says,
this.
like, you have to learn how to help yourself. And after
Yeah.
500 years, I was ready to give up on him. I never did, but
I told him I'm going to be a little bit more obvious if someone prays to me, and like I don't know, like if I can't really help him, like I'll give him like a
Good.
sign. Yeah,
Good.
but like you can do it yourself, but I'm rooting for you. That thing.
good. I'm so happy.
Yanni, what do you think you'll turn into?
Sorry, I can't hear you. You seem very distant. Did you just speak into the ambrosia? It kind of sounded like it.
I am drunk, yeah. No, I just asked Yanni what he thought he would turn into.
I don't know. Hopefully nothing. Like I'll just stay me.
No, it just disappears.
Oh,
That's if you roll a 1 on the D100.
Yeah.
I'll never see it.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Right, Elena's fine. Elena's golden.
I'll
She'll
never see it. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Well, who's
Alrighty.
next?
Yeah.
As we have a platinum silvery dragon. Maybe eventually soaring in the sky. And Yanni, you feel maybe a tad of exhaustion, but certainly can tab into the leyline one more time. And we did and didn't skip our break this week. That's where we'll leave it for this week's session. Welcome to Godhood. Good damn.
Yay.
Good damn.
You do.
All right. Versa, I'll keep tinkering with your sheet to update the things. Thanks for the art. That was a what is it called? Prompt engineered art piece by Alex himself. I don't know.
It was.
But other than that, excited to see where this is all going to go. It only took one session to decide what actually to do, and for Daffy not to get to kill Carpathos. Hey,
We'll never get to kill any of my villains.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
there's still time.
It's okay.
There's
It's
still
okay.
time.
No,
I mean, first thing you can do when you become a god is smite your ex.
That's true. That's true.
though. He's already living a miserable life. Like,
No, we can kill Carpathos. We just say, I wish he was here. Boom, he's in front of us. We kill him.
We kill
We
him.
dust him.
We turn him to dust.
We turn
These
him
are
to
the
dust.
good people. These are the good guys.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
remember that. These are the people
You're right.
that are
You're right.
saving.
The good
The
guys
Lord
kill
that
the bad
dropped
guys.
about
You're
him.
right.
And you're the ones
With
with the fighting
Thylea
guys too. Oh,
for godhood,
Yeah.
calling the
We never
the
said we
pot
were
called the
Batman.
kettle man.
All right, we're
I
not
think,
Batmaning this shit.
hey, my job is to play the bad guys. With that, I appreciate you all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.